Good morning student. Today we are going to start with the second chapter, that is components of the food, right? So we have completed the first chapter. Now moving further with the second chapter, that is components of the food. So in this chapter we are going to study what. So in the first chapter we have studied about the different food products, right? And what all ingredients are needed for the preparation of the that particular dish or the item, right? So here also we are going to study the components of the food. So what all things are present in the food? Okay, actually what the food material is containing or content of the food, right? So in the introduction part they have given that we have different states and regions, right? India consists of different states, right? So as the individual state consists what? They have the particular famous food item, right? So they have given the example of what? Punjab, right? So Punjab, where the makke ka roti or the makki, it's known as a corn roti, and items dal like rajma, vegetable sarson ka saag, that is a mustard leaf curry, and others like curd and ghee. So these are the food items which are very famous in that particular region, that is the state of Punjab, right? So one more example they have given, that is the Andhra Pradesh, right? So here the food item, that is a rice, tur dal on the rasam, and kunduru, okay, then butter milk, ghee, pickle, okay. So they are the food items, and these are famous only in that particular regions, right? Whenever we talk about different food items, right, so they are famous to that particular regions. So as when we talk about idli dosa, we usually say it is a South Indian dish, right? Then puri, bhaji, right? So these are some of the north dishes like parotha. So these are the what? So parota is famous usually in the north side, right? So as they have given the different state and which all food items are famous in that particular regions, right? So you also try with some other state and getting to know which all the food items are famous in that particular state or the region, right? So, what do different food items contain? So, actually, now moving to the further part, that is a, they have given the term that is a nutrients, right? In page 9, they have given the term nutrients. So, what do you mean by the nutrients? So, what are the nutrients? So, they are the what? Components of the food. The components of the food consist of what? Minerals, protein, fats, vitamins. So, all these are the components of the food, and they are called as what? Nutrients, right? So, nutrients are the components of the food. So what do you mean by nutrients? Nutrients are the components of the food, and they are what? Components are vitamins, minerals, carbohydrate, protein, fats. So these are the components of the food. Okay. And they are called as what? Nutrients, right? So what are the components of the food? They are the vitamins, minerals, carbohydrates, protein, fats. So these are the what? Components of the food, and we use the special term, that is the word called the nutrient. So nutrients are the components of the food, and these are all individual nutrients, right? Vitamins, minerals, carbohydrate, protein and fats. So they are the nutrients which are necessary for the human body or the animals to carry out what, or to get the energy and to carry out various activities. Okay, so food is required to get the energy and to carry out the work. Okay, so they are the nutrients. So nutrients are the components of the body, components of the food which are necessary for the body to work and to get the energy, right? So moving to the next part. So all the food items consist of what? So these type of nutrients, right? So what are the nutrients? Fats, minerals, vitamins, protein, starch, right? So they contain all these substance, right? So now how to check these materials? Okay, for this they have given the activity for 2, right? So how to make or how to test these what nutrients in the food. So for this they have given the first part, that is a test for the starch, right? So before doing these experiment, one should be carefully during the experiment, and they should not eat or taste the chemicals or the what tested material or the tested food item. Okay, so be careful during the experiment, right, or the testing. So you can prepare some of the chemicals, right? So they have given the preparation of the chemicals which are needed for the testing purpose, right? So dilute solution of iodine can be prepared by adding few drops of tincture iodine to a test tube half filled with water. So this is a solution of what? Iodine, right? So next part is the copper sulfate solution can be prepared by dissolving 2 grams of copper sulfate in 100 milliliter, that is ml of water, and this is the solution of copper sulfate solution, right? Next, third is the 10 gram of caustic soda dissolved in 100 ml of water makes the required solution of what? Caustic soda. So we are needed 3 types of what? Chemicals, okay, for the testing of the food items or the food material. So whenever you do the experiment, keep it mind you should do the experiment carefully and do not try to test the food materials which you have tested, right, by the chemicals, as the chemicals are harmful for us, right? So first we are going to start with the test for the starch, right? So test for the starch. So you can see in the image, that is figure 2.1, where the two students are trying to do the experiment, right? So take a small quantity of a food item or a raw ingredient, put 2-3 drops of dilute iodine solution on it. Observe if there is any change in color of the food item. Did it turns blue or black? A blue-black color indicates that it contains what? Starch. Repeat this test with other food items to find out which of these contains starch. Right. So we are what? Testing the starch. So how it is carrying out? We can see now. So we have to follow these three steps for the testing of what? Starch. So starch is a one form of a carbohydrate, right? So what they have given about the carbohydrate? Let us begin by testing different food items to see if they contain carbohydrate, right? So there are many types of carbohydrates. The main carbohydrates found in our food are in the form of what? Starch and sugar. So we can easily test if a food item contains starch, right? So usually what happens? The carbohydrate which is present in your food is in the form of what? Starch and sugar. So these are the carbohydrates only. So we are going to test what? Starch, right? So for this what we need the food item or the raw material which are using for the testing purpose. So as they in the figure what they are doing, they have taken the potato slice, right? So potato contains what? Starch. So they are using directly a raw material. So you can test with some other food dish, right? So food item or the material. In second part, you have to take 2-3 drops of iodine solution, right? So, food item, then we have to put 2-3 drops of iodine solution. Then third is, due course of time or after few minutes, what happens? The color changes to blue or black. So, you can see there is a change in color of the food item, that is blue or black. So this indicates the presence of what? Starch. So starch is present in your food, right? So this is the part of testing of starch, right? So blue black color indicates the food item contains what? Starch, and we have used the iodine solution for this, right? Next, moving further with the test for protein, right? Now, test for the starch was the first part. Now, the second test we are doing the test for what? Protein. So, for this, what they are doing? Take a small quantity of a food item or the testing. If the food you want to test is a solid, you must need to make a paste of it or powder it. Grind or mash a small quantity of the food item. Put some of this in a clean test tube and add 10 drops of water to it. Shake the test tube. Now, using a dropper, add 2 drops of solution of what? Copper sulfate and 10 drops of solution of caustic soda to the test tube. Shake well and let the test tube stand for a few minutes. What do you see? Did the contents of the test tube turns violet? A violet color indicates the presence of protein in the food item. Okay. So what they are saying, if the food that you are tasting is in the form of what? Solid. So you need to convert into paste or a powder form so that it can dissolve very easily in the solution. Okay. Then, so food, it should be in the form of what? Powder or the paste form. Right? Then add Then add 10 drops of what? Water. Then 2 drops of copper sulfate solution. Ten drops of caustic soda. So for testing your protein part, right? So what we are doing, first part, that is the food material. If the food material is in the form of solid, then try to make the paste or take it as a powder form. Then add 10 drops of water to it, 2 drops of what? Copper sulfate solution, 10 drops of what? Caustic soda solution. Then due course of time or after some times, what happen? The testing material gets turned into what? Violet color, right? So this indicates the presence of protein in the food item, right? So as in the what? Starch, it is converting into which color? Blue or black, right? So here it is turning violet. Okay, so the violet color indication of what? Yours? Protein, the presence of protein in the food, right? So that is 10 drops of water, 2 drops of copper sulfate and what? 10 drops of what? Caustic soda, right? And it turns what? Violet color. So this is the testing part of the protein. Okay. So we have tested two components of the food. Which are those? One is the starch, second is the protein. Next, moving to the third part. That is a test for the fats. So what we are going to do for the test for the fats? So take a small quantity of a food item, wrap it in a piece of paper and crush it. Take care the paper does not tear. Now strengthen the paper and observe it carefully. Does it have any oily patch? Hold the paper against the light. Are you able to see the light faintly through this patch? So what they are doing for the testing of fats, they are taking what? Some food material, right? Then wrapping that food material into a paper and then pressing or crushing that material. What happens? The oil content in the food get transferred into your paper. So you can see the oil droplets on the surface of the paper. Okay, so it get converted into transparent or translucent. So you can see the what? So paper gets what? Transparent. So if you are containing some food, then crushing, so leave that part. So if you take the food material in a paper, then fold that paper, right? Then you have to crush that material or you have to press that material by the paper. So there is a presence of what? Fats or the oil. So oil are basically consist of fats. Okay, so whatever the fat is there in the food gets what? Get stick to your paper, dry paper, and it get converted into oily paper. Okay. Then an oily patch on a paper shows that the food item contains fat. right? So oil is related to your fat content. The food items may sometimes contain a little water. Therefore, after you have rubbed an item on a paper, let the paper dry for a while. If there were any water that may have come from food, it would dry up after some time. If no oily patches show after this, the food item does not contain any fat. Right? So if you do not get the what oily patches on the surface of the paper, then it is said to be that it does not contain any fat. Right? So what do these tests shows? Are fats, protein and starch present in all the food items you have tested? Does a food item contain more than one nutrient? Do you find any food item that does not contain any of these nutrients? We test food items for three nutrients: carbohydrates, protein and fats. There are also other nutrients like vitamins and minerals that are present in the food items. Why do we need all these nutrients? Right. So, as we are studying about the testing for the starch, how to test? Take a material into a paper, then crush or press that food material with the paper, and you can see the oil patches on the surface of the paper, right? So if we does not get any patches of the oil, then it is said to be that it does not contain any fat, right? So you have to test different food items whether the same food item contains all the nutrients. No, sometimes what happens, only one part, that is it may be contain only fat, or it contain only starch, or it contain only what, protein, right? Sometimes what happen, more than one components of the food is present in the same food, right? So you have to test. So fat test is a simple one, you can test in your home, right? So as the test for the starch and the protein need the chemicals, right? So test for the fat you can try in your home. So do this activity, you can get to know how to test the fat or the oil content in the food. So oil is an indication of your fat, right? So apart from these, that is carbohydrate, protein, fats, we have some other components like vitamins, minerals. So all these are nutrients of the food items which are needed by the body to get the energy and to work and to carry out your work, day to day work, right? So for this we need energy, and these all energy we get from the what, food items, as they contain different nutrients, right? So, today's class what we have studied, that is tests, right? Test for three components or the nutrients, which are those. One is the starch, second protein, third is the fat, right? So how you get to know starch? By the black, blue color, right? And this turns violet. What about this? Oil patches. So how you get to know the food material is what? So what is the color after experiment? The starch that is converted into what? Black or blue color. So it changes into black or blue. That it indicates the presence of what? Your starch, right? Second is the protein. So protein material is turning violet after the experiment. Whereas the fat is what? How can you recognize the fat in the food? By seeing the oil patches or the oil content in the food, right? So these are the tests, right? Test for starch, protein and fat. So you can also try these tests, right? So fat you can easily test your in home by taking the paper, right? So all the what? So you can take groundnut, right? So groundnut seeds, okay, peanuts, so they contains oil. So maximum seeds contains oil in them. Okay. So try these experiment. Hope you understand these testings. Thank you.